When I was a Zen monk, I remember one of the Zen teachers giving a talk, and I really liked what he said about Zazen meditation, is that it's a chance to get the daily weather report. It's such a great frame, really, because we don't really know how we are. You know, I mean, we kind of know in the surface or maybe outside of us in a way. But it's where you get to do a deeper view and perception and sense of the infinite, interconnected you, also the fractionated and disconnected you, and everything in between. People sometimes come and they have expectations. Well, of course, that's natural. I want to feel better. I want to calm down. I don't want what's happening politically or whatever in the world situation to, you know, destroy my health or my sanity or the planet, whatever your frame is on it. And so we learn to, and in fact, this is such a, I mean, in my opinion, when things get harder in our life, I know in my own experience, when things have been really hard, then this, what we're doing here, or what we're not doing, but you know what I mean, what we're about here is truly the realm where we can regain our equanimity, our clarity, our alignment, our direction, and the support that we really need to take the next step and make the next choice and to live our life as fully as possible. And I know there are times where it just doesn't feel like that's possible. We're too overwhelmed, we're too frustrated, we're too burdened, whatever, challenged. We're too happy and we're afraid it's going to go away. There's that too, you know. We're afraid we're going to lose what we have, you know. Yeah. Well, so we develop consciousness by stopping and paying attention. I like the term consciousness development. We don't actually make consciousness develop. But we as individuals, conditioned, separate individuals, participate in that process, either with awareness or blindly or unknowingly. You are people, all of us, me, you, we're all the same, are people who've discovered that there's an advantage and benefit from taking the time, making the time, and as hard as it is, honestly, to stop and not avoid ourselves. We live in a culture that is all about avoiding ourselves. It's just, well, it's numbing. And people are in their heads or they're in fantasies, whatever. But we're swimming against the stream of conditioning, as it were, and finding the true vibrancy of aliveness. That's the benefit of what we're doing here. As hard as it can be, to sit here and pay attention. I know. People say all this, I can't meditate, John, because my mind is crazy as hell. I go, yeah, that's okay. It doesn't matter. Really? I can't stay awake. I keep falling asleep. That's okay. If there's anything that you can truly gain from being here, it is to accept yourself. And that does happen. I'm not saying you want what you have or have what you want. I'm just saying, I'm sure in all of our cases, there are examples of where we don't have what we want and we have what we don't want and so forth. That's human life, obviously. But inner peace and equanimity is possible regardless of whether we have what we want or don't have what we want or have what we don't want. It's still possible, and that's the promise, the true promise of committed, ongoing practice and attunement with yourself. That is why I'm committed to being here as long as I'm able to. As one of my friends said to me, John, you're not going to be allowed to retire. I went, shit. Yeah, well, that's not even real. I mean, when I was with Brother David, as you've heard, some of you, he's 98, and we're brothers. We're truly brothers and very close friends for a reason. Because this isn't about retiring or not retiring. This is about living fully. And I've never met a human being that's lived as fully as he has, even though he's a celibate monk. Without hardly any belongings. I can't believe how rich his life has been and filled and fulfilled, and how his relationship with all of us who know him and love him in every way we do, even people I have friends now who are reading his books. I mean, we can't not feel tears of gratitude. And a friend of mine that I met recently, who's in Germany and met Brother David, I don't know, 12 years ago or something, or maybe longer. And she said it was, when I met him, it was love at first sight. And you know what that is? That's us. That's you. When you're not in the way of yourself, when you're not avoiding yourself, and you're truly developing an ability to be with yourself, as hard as it can be to be here, and I know that. I know this isn't just a bliss trip, even though I could do that number and I don't want to, which is the let's all get super high on Shakti routine. That's gotten a lot of people. I've gotten a lot of people in my position, lots of followers, let me tell you. Sells lots of tickets. But I'm sorry, I can't not be honest. My mother taught me to trust my feelings and express myself, and I think she regretted it ultimately. Not really. Not really. Her birthday was a few days ago. I mean, she passed away 20 years ago, but I've been feeling her, having grief. That's healthy. Well, Thanks for listening. Now let yourself listen to yourself, even if you don't want to. See if you can let what did Eckhart call it? The mental noise. I loved what he called it. It was very funny. Just see if you can notice it and not get sucked in. That's okay. Don't fight it. If you get sucked in, go, oh, I'm sucked in again into my compulsive, nonstop, problem solving, paranoid, hopeful, whatever mind you've got going. And bring yourself, just be your best friend and your best guide and your most supportive, loving person that you need. Be that to yourself, okay? And bring yourself here. I mean, I guide you and I'm happy to do that, but I know you can do a better job than I can, actually. Because you really know what's happening within you right now. And whatever is happening within you right now is all of you, that's not just your mind, communicating with you and saying, please pay attention here. But don't interfere, don't fix, don't figure out, don't get rid of, don't make better. Just, I need you just to be with me. These parts of us, these conditions of us, these sensations of us. This is where the ultimate teaching is to surrender and be. To listen, to feel, to sense, to allow, to notice the not allowing, to notice the struggle, to notice the resistance, the longing, whatever, and let it be. Maybe you'll cry. Maybe you'll be angry. Who knows? That's all okay. It's just your natural, healthy weather system of emotion needing to move energy through your system. That's all. Your job is to keep your mind from dominating it and turning it into meanings and beliefs and conclusions. Even though you'll do that because it's human nature to do that, notice you're doing it and then step back, because ultimately you'll see your beliefs as, like in my own case, amusing. That's why I laugh a lot. Because it is funny when you can begin to see that it's just a construct. That what we really are is this consciousness, pure consciousness. That's what we are. Pure, loving consciousness, actually. And we are truly growing and evolving like everything else in this existence. Amazing.